What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here. And guys, in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do 5 tricks that you can learn in a day. Literally go out in one day and learn all of these tricks. So let's jump into it. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I think this could be a video series, so give me the feedback. I need likes, I need subscriptions, I need comments. If you guys think this is a 6 series, because we can go from hitting rails and learning 5 tricks on rails to 5 tricks on the run to 5 tricks on jumps, like tons of 5 tricks you can learn in a day. I think this video series is going to pop off. With that being said, you do kind of need to be a competent snowboarder to learn these tricks. You know, if you're carving down blues or blacks, these are going to be the tricks that you can go out in a day and learn. If you're still trying to learn your S-turns, you're going to have to learn S-turns first. I do have a video for you right here on how to S-turn. And then once you can do that, you know, competently, you're ready for these tricks. All right, so trick number 1, a 50-50. Now, basically any resort with a terrain park is going to have a beginner park. They're going to have boxes, where you're probably going to learn the 50-50. In the backyard park, we don't have a box, but we have a flat rail, which is very similar to a box. So if you also have a flat rail, don't be afraid of it. The round rails are a little trickier, but anything that's flat in the park, this is where you can learn your 50-50 and all the other tricks. Down low, Cody. So once again, in these beginner parks, they're going to have what we call ride-on features that you can go directly at and get onto them. That's great. That's where you're going to learn to do a 50-50. You want to do a 50-50 on a ride-on feature. Some won't have a gap at all. Some might, but if your snowboard can go straight at it and plop on, you don't have to worry about that gap. Really, you have to do nothing special, then point your nose straight at it and ride it. Another thing that you can do to help you with a 50-50 and all of these tricks is to make the drop-in simple. So what we don't want to do is not know the speed, hit the rail, take 600 turns, because it's going to make lining up super difficult. So instead of making a bunch of turns into this feature, what you want to do is kind of like come down, eye up, like, okay, I need about this, no, probably like this much speed to hit the rail. And maybe in the beginning you might be off on the speed, you might be going a little fast or a little slow, but what I want to do is be able to go from this point to the rail. So I'm just going to turn. No turns, I'm lined up, and now I hit it. If you're taking a bunch of turns into the rail, you're gonna increase your chances of missing the rail, not lining up, falling off, things like that. So kind of square up and then just drop in straight. You're gonna get that 50-50 so easy. One major thing with the 50-50 too to remember is you never wanna go on an edge. If you go on your heel side edge, you're gonna slip out and eat it. If you go on your toe side edge, you're gonna slip out and bust your knees. Keep your feet flat. I always say when I'm going into a feature, flat feet, flat feet, flat feet. And you want to just keep your snowboard as flat as possible when you're doing the 50-50. Also, if you're starting to kind of like go off, you know, just give up and just go off. And that's going to be your saving grace on all your snowboard tricks throughout your entire snowboarding career. When you're doing a trick and you're starting to fall off, just go off with it. Now that's the most important trick we got to learn, because you can't do these other ones if you can't 50-50. So the next run we're going to do, and it looks best when you do it off a big rail, but right now we got a small rail. And for you guys, when you learn it, you want to learn on a small rail. That's to do a grab off the rail. As we're doing the 50-50, once our nose gets to the end, we're going to slightly add pressure to our tail, do an ollie off, and bring our knees up, and then grab our board. What we don't want to do is bend and try to grab. If you bend and try and grab, you're not going to make it. You're going to fall over, you're going to fall to your toes and go like far to the right. Remember to bring your knees up to you and do a little ollie. You don't have to do a crazy ollie, but because it's a flat rail or if it's a box, you're going to realize that ollieing off of something flat is so nice. Now let's stay at the end of this rail, because this is where the next trick is going to be, and that is just a tail tap out. So once again, as our nose is getting towards the end of the rail, we're gonna kind of add a little pressure to our tail, ollie, and then as we're about to leave, tap it real quick, right away. It's just a quick little like push down. So you're gonna ollie, push down, tap it, and go out. It's pretty sick, it's pretty fun. Some people like to nollie and tap. That's just another style, another way to do it. I did an ollie to it, But yeah, you can dolly tap it if you want. And I am going in level of difficulty. So these are the 5 tricks that you should be able to learn in a day. If you don't, just know, like, go this process and it might take you a week, but in that week you learn 5 new tricks, which is so sick. Almost as sick as today's sticker. Shout out. We don't do sticker shout outs in how-to videos, but Snag and Evolution sticker or windbreaker, guys, any of our merch linked in the description. Supports the dream, makes this possible. And if you do snag any of it, tag me on my Instagram. I'll give you guys gear and sticker shout outs in the vlogs, but only the vlogs. Just snag some merch. So the next trick is a little scary. We're gonna come in and do a backside 50-50. So normally when you are doing 50-50s on rails and stuff, you always either ride straight into it, or if it's an urban on or whatever, as you get more comfortable, you'll kind of come in frontside 50-50 where the rail's in front of you. That's why it's called a frontside 50-50. So you'll pop on, get on the rail that way. We're not going to count that as a trick because that's the normal way you do it. But to ramp it up, to make it a little harder, do something a little different, we're doing a backside 50-50, which means we're coming in with the rail to our back, to our heels. That's why it's called backside. So you're gonna come in with about a 15-degree angle, very slight angle. You're gonna come in. You're gonna wanna give yourself a little bit of a pop onto this one, because if you don't, you might clip and then do a back taco. Have you ever back tacoed? That's not fun. So come in on our heels. We're gonna kind of pop and we're gonna lock in. Remember, when you're coming in on a side entry or coming in any way into a rail, the goal isn't to land on the front of the rail. We're always trying to kind of land at the monkey, kind of in between the monkey and the support beam. We never want to go right for the beginning. You don't really want to do that. But something that's going to help the 50-50, the tail tap, the ollie, the back 50-50 too, is always look at the end of the rail. If you're looking at your feet, you're going to fall off early. Anytime you're looking at your feet, you're kind of like, you're in this position, which isn't a stacked position. It causes you to fall forward. So look at the end of the rail, shoulders parallel with the rail, and you're gonna complete the rail for all these tricks. And now we're ready for the hardest trick of them all, the last one. If you get this 5th one, I want you to come back to this video and drop a comment and be like, yo, we got it all. I'm a beast. And I wanna see, if you can, the clips on Instagram. Send them to Team Buckhouse on Instagram, or your slams or anything like that. We'll repost you on Team Buckhouse. Okay, so the next one is to go to the end of the rail. Ooh. A 180 out, frontside 180. You can do backside 180s, but we're gonna go frontside because it's gonna be your easier 180. Now, once you get to your nose about to come off the end of the rail, take your shoulders and you're gonna start moving them forward like this. What's gonna happen is, you don't really have to do much with your lower body. What's gonna happen is, as you come off that rail and you get this air time, you're naturally gonna wanna continue and land. Obviously, if you can ride switch, this is gonna help, but I do think you can learn this trick before really learning how to ride switch. Just land and then stop your snowboard. Now, depending on the height of the rail, depends on how much you gotta give yourself a pop. This one, we really don't need a pop. There's a good chance if you're riding like a really in the ground box, you have to kind of give yourself a little bit of an ollie out or pop out, either one, whatever makes you feel better. But yeah, once again, it's really in the shoulders. All 180s are in your shoulders. So we're gonna do the 50-50, nose coming to the end. We're gonna kind of be a little wound up, take our shoulders, everything follows, boom. And you stomped it, man. You just got frontside 180 off a rail. That's so sick. And with that, that's 5 tricks you can learn in a single day of snowboarding. Go out there, learn some new rail tricks, guys. With that, I have a whole playlist on how to do tricks from 180s to 360s to carves to literally anything. So check out the snowboard playlist. And as always, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with us today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with another video, because it is daily on this snowboard channel.